Oh, here we go. Yes, we are live. So, I believe it was Tyler? No, Phil. Phil it was.
Definitely me.
A fantastic natural 20 from Phil Griffin to open up the D&D session.
Almost beat you.
Not wasted at all. Yes, so last week was the big boss fight. We opened the vault at the center of the old section of the archives, and we find what we were looking for the entire time. Well, one of the things we were looking for the entire time. The Book of Vile Darkness. In an attempt to avoid any traps, Beck is sent in to get it, and under the weight of a 300-pound robot frog, the whole thing collapses, sending the book even further down below the archives to a previously unknown chamber where we meet a gentleman who claims to be Brother Ithadiel, researching Lord Biblius's tomb. We're like, dude, your vibes are atrocious. Just let us get our book, and we'll leave you alone with whatever weird well of knowledge you've uncovered. And he doesn't seem satisfied with that deal, and suddenly it is a fight for the book. We're scrambling around, he's summoning people and scrambling around, we're all trying to get this book, throwing it, grabbing it, teleporting around. It's a lot of shenanigans, but after a while, I believe what happens first is he unsheaths a weapon that Galahad recognizes, and Galahad says he's on his way. So at that time I assumed it was a countdown, but then we all sort of realized that how the hell is Galahad going to get in here? So it becomes just get the book and get out. I try to dispel any sort of wards or things on him, and that just reveals his true, beautiful anime boy nature. And that pisses him off to the point where he really wants to kill us now. He's doing all sorts of time magic. We realize he has the Codex Mathemagica, and eventually we manage to escape, and Tomwell explodes the stairwell behind us, and we leave Candlekeep with a bunch of books, but without the Codex Mathemagica, with the Book of Vile Darkness, though. And as we're leaving, we're just like, what the hell was that? We see Galahad. We sent him in to finish the job, hopefully. Haven't heard back regarding that yet. Yeah, I gotta check in. But then we're on our ship, and we were discussing what to do next, what our next step is going to be. And I believe that's all we got to last week.
I think we made it back to our hangar, our big mountain hangar.
I think we did make it back to the peak.
Yeah, that's where we long rested, I think.
I believe so, yeah. That's where we parked it.
Cool. And we had a little discussion, and then I was like, I'm gonna go talk to Dragon Dad. And figure out where he is.
Alright. So, you guys are... did the music stop? Let's get some...
It was still going.
Oh. I just couldn't hear it. Oh, okay. That's just great. Here we go. So, the camera pans over a high mountain range. The mist of the air in the morning, it sort of wafts over and through the spine of Ragnoth. Slight time lapse, the sun now cresting over the center of the sky, zooms down into the face of the highest mountain, into a hidden cave where there seems to be a face in the mountain, and then the camera goes to the airship there with the whole party up on the poop deck, having just concluded their morning meeting, and Waylon cleans up his cooking supplies, and there's a close-up on Shayna now as she prepares to commune.
Oh. Yeah, because this always works so well when I try to commune. Alright. You know what? I'm about to, like, jump off the ship. I've got, like, 1 foot up on the railing, and I look back at the Mythalar, and I'm like, yeah, alright. And I, like, just actually go and sit in the middle of the ship deck next to the power engine.
Okay.
And I will attempt to commune here.
Okay.
I'm meditating.
Alright,
I don't know how this works.
So set the scene. Are you, like, meditating or writing a long note to him?
Yeah, well, it did work one time when I was in the Church of Bahamut. So I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna kneel down. I don't have a little prayer mat or whatever, but I'm just gonna kneel down in front of the crystal, and I'm just gonna be, like, hardcore about this. And I'll see what happens.
Okay.
I'm attempting to reach out. However,
Okay.
I think this works.
You calm your mind and your body, and focus on the arcane vibrations, gyrations of the Mythalar, and you put your consciousness out there, trying to connect, reaching through what you hope is the bond you have with Galahad, and you fall into a light sleep.
Yeah, alright, that's fair.
And within your mindscape, remind us, what is Shayna's mindscape at this moment?
Oh, it's like a big, you know, what's the word? What's the fucking biome I'm thinking of? It's a valley with like a alpine. It's not alpine. That's not the right word. Coniferous forest.
Okay.
And like a lot of rocky mountains and stuff. And she's usually sitting on top of one of the mountains.
Okay. And after a while of just sort of sending out your mental beacon, in your mindscape, metaphorical parting of the clouds goes through. But not like in person this time. More of kind of a distant shouting that echoes through. How can I help you?
Are you okay? Where's Arkard? Where's Augustine, I mean?
Annoyance echoes in his voice, not towards you, but at the situation. He explains how when he had finally gotten to where Waylon had described, it was collapsed into itself, and Arkard was nowhere to be found. He is still on the island, and has gotten the leadership to agree not to let anyone off or in until he says.
Wait, he took over the island?
No, not took over, but he is there. He is still there.
I misunderstood. Leadership is saying nobody out or in until you find him.
Essentially.
Okay. Well, I guess it's too late for us to get back in then and help.
He says best make your way far away.
Okay.
Question.
What?
He says. So I did manage to unearth one of his compatriots. Good job on that one. And the Steadman did have a tale to tell.
Oh.
So this person is the Shinga of the Sakage, their leader.
We surmised as such, yeah, okay, that's good to validate, verify.
So, Shayna, did you tell him your name, or any of your groups, by any chance?
Well, not my full name, in a mystic sense, but he does know who we are. He did, well, you know, Thane's an idiot, and Solus isn't altogether there most of the time, and, you know, there was an inference of who exactly we all were.
So he does know who you are.
Yes. I mean, by the sound of it, he's an old family enemy anyway.
He is an old enemy to many. Second question. Well, apologies that I did not heal you when I arrived. That was an oversight on my part. But you guys were pretty well bloodied. Was any of that from him? Did he collect any of your blood?
A whole lot of money.
Well, first, the stab that you sensed hit me was pretty big one, but it wasn't. It was from his puppet thing that did it, and also Thane and Waylon got hit quite a number of times by his sword.
Well, alright. You should find a way to hide yourself from long-range scrying. Well, specifically Thane and Waylon.
Interesting. What if, hear me out, what if there was a way we could set up, I mean, he's going to come out after this Book of Vile Darkness.
Book of what?
Yeah, that's what he was after. The Book of Vile Darkness. It was in Candlekeep. And we at least kept him from getting that. So he's definitely going to scry on that, if not Thane or Waylon. What if there was a way... I mean, we were all so tapped when we, encountered him that we couldn't fight. But we could fight if we engaged on our terms. We could probably even get him.
You want to set up a trap for the Shinga?
More or less.
An ambush.
It would have to be really subtle, because, he's not an idiot. But he wants this book, he'd do anything to get it, and that gives us a pretty good advantage.
Wait, you have the book.
I do.
You're carrying the Book of Vile Darkness.
I'm carrying it on my person right now.
Oh, Bahamut, okay.
I'm sorry, I thought this was a thing you could sense.
Such things hide themselves from higher powers.
Oh, well, not this intermediate power.
Yes, that's rather the idea. Higher powers work best through intermediaries.
Some finger guns.
There's a shimmer in the clouds of two kind of finger-ish shapes. Might have been your imagination, you're not sure.
No, he's got my back. Look, Galahad's a bro, okay?
Well, if he has found his way off the island, then that is something that you should plan for.
I can't imagine he's above sneaking out in the middle of the night and finding a way to steal a ship or, I don't know, teleport away? Swim out and teleport away? I don't know. I'm sure he won't be trapped there for long.
Not if I have anything to do with it, but I may not have anything to do with it.
Well, if you catch him, let us know. If not, I'm just going to operate under the assumption that we're being watched by him at all times, and we need to very quickly set up something.
That is a safe assumption.
Any thoughts on where we could set up a trap, an ambush? I imagine here in my mindscape is about the safest place we have to plan right at this moment.
It is. I would suggest somewhere away from Codencal. Somewhere where he hasn't set up his, or rather, a place where he has the least amount of associates and ties and establishment already.
Is that do you have a name of a place, or what? What do you mean?
Well, not Codencal.
Not
Is
okay. Anywhere.
anywhere but Codencal.
Okay.
Probably not Erlastiel either. I would suspect that he has expanded.
I would expect anywhere where a person could be undercover would be a no-go, which rules out cities, basically. And I also don't want to give him the impression we're being too bold and brazen, as if to act as bait. We probably want to look like we are doing our best to keep away from him.
To think of it, there is... well... we do need to catch him, and we also need to contain the book forever. The Tomb of Biblius was admittedly a pretty good place until now.
Right.
Actually, there is a place.
If we could get him at the place of containment, then that would be perfect, actually. That's the perfect kind of place to set up some sort of ambush.
Yes.
Where are you thinking?
Have you ever been to New Fevert?
Once or twice? Yeah. With the big, ziggurat fortress thing.
Yes, Fahar has been constructing an edifice to hold ancient, terrible artifacts.
You think it's a good idea to really stash ancient and terrible artifacts all in one place?
Well, we'll need to make it look like we're stashing it there.
Oh, I get you. Alright. And Uncle Fahar would have the plans to this place, so we'd be at a terrain advantage there. We would know what we're getting into and where to set up traps and everything like that. The only problem is, if he's preparing to assault a fortress like that, he'd want to strike before we actually get it there. We should probably give him time to do that. So we should probably leak the information. Scare him into acting rashly before it's in a vault. And he has to wait 30 years to come up with a heist plan.
Yes, Fahar's vault is very good. Well,
Okay, I'm gonna give this some thought and hash it over with my crew. And, well, keep me posted on the state of Candlekeep, I guess. Or we'll find some other way to be posted. I don't know. You probably got other stuff to do.
all right. And well done, Shayna. Well done. As you feel the presence melt away.
I don't know that I did anything, but okay. Thanks. And I will wake up from my nap. Dude,
Yeah, it's like
You wake,
just like drool.
wake up. I fell asleep next to you on the floor.
Oh. Okay, he's fine. He's a tuckered little guy.
Thought it was nap time.
He's a little tough to that old guy.
Yeah, it's siesta time. Come on.
What's everyone else doing?
Making a chest.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to commune with my new god, buddy.
Fun.
But I have no idea how to do that, so I'm just sitting around trying to do what you do.
Yeah.
Sorry,
All right. So you're on deck, and you have a small succulent in a pot that John gave you.
Yes.
And you are staring just really intently at this succulent.
Come on, you fuck. Give me the secrets. Where is your master?
Talk to plants.
If it was a mushroom, I'd be much more threatened, but since it's only a succulent, we're fine.
They're a prickly sort.
They don't know my secrets. I'm essentially, I've posted up in exactly the same sort of way that you were set up, Lee. Just trying to
Oh my god.
on this goddamn succulent.
Okay, Thane. I clap
yeah,
for your
right.
succulent.
Mm.
You're in danger. Waylon's in danger. We're all in danger.
Oh.
We need another team meeting. How's Waylon doing on that chest?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go find him.
Yeah,
I just kind of march very captainly down the stairs into
let's go
find
find
Waylon.
Zoe.
Maybe I would need John's help with this. So the spell component requires an exquisite chest made from materials worth at least costing 5,000 gold.
Chest.
It's very exquisite. I mean, it needs to travel to the ethereal plane and back without any wear and tear. Am I able to construct something like that on my own, considering it's a magical? I mean, it must be inherently magical, or maybe not. I don't know, Oliver. What do you?
No, the chest does not need to be inherently magical. But I think that you would need to... I don't think you would be able to craft this chest yourself. Like, you need someone with, like, the artisan craftsmanship background.
Does John have that?
He does. It is literally on his character sheet.
Hell yeah. Then I will have asked John for assistance as soon as we had that discussion last time.
Okay.
And I mean, I will be attempting to use magic to speed up the process if possible.
Of course.
Shanna, welcome.
Thank you, fine Arcanist. It is a pleasure to speak with you on this morning. You're in danger. Thane's in danger, you're in danger.
We're all gonna die.
Well, no. Actually, I have some thoughts. First of all, the danger is, since blood was drawn by Augustine from the two of you, he can scry on you. Could be scrying on us right now, and we need to be operating under the assumption that he can see everything we're doing and every bit of precaution that we're setting up until we get some sort of scrying protection.
Are we flying at the moment? Or are we still... Okay, then I would have put up a private sanctum around us so that divination spells can't appear inside the protected area or pass through the barrier, and he cannot teleport in as well.
Wonderful. So that's why you're the ship Arcanist.
Yes, as long as we're within a non-moving sanctum that I have manifested, no divination spells can target any of us.
That's perfect.
As soon as we're on the move, however,
That's
different
fine.
story.
That's fine. I may, in fact, okay, so now I have, here comes the elaborate Shanna scheme. Okay.
Like to hear it.
Yeah, you'll love it. So, here's the deal, right? We have the book. It's a very powerful book. It's a very deadly book. It needs to be put somewhere in stasis forever. Here's the thing. The Shinga of the Sakage wants this book very badly, and it would be very nice if we could lure the Shinga of the Sakage into some sort of trap with this book as bait. Or us as bait, assuming we, assuming he assumes we have the book. My thought is that he'll want to pounce on us pretty soon, before we get a chance to hide it. And if we have the pressure on him and the resources to hide it very well, then he will act rashly, is the hope. Not so rashly that he would be stupid, but at least enough to where we can get an engagement where we are in favor, right? Like, we have some advantage on the field. And I'm thinking that this mystical place we're looking for is Feebheart. There's a temple there that's being constructed to contain dangerous magical artifacts. It would take years to set up a heist in order to get in, and if we can somehow get him to engage us near Feebheart under the threat of we're going to lock it away in this prison for all time, then, we can give him the business. We can give him the business end of the business and possibly get the Codex Mathematica.
Your logic seems sound, assuming our assumptions are correct.
Assuming he wants the book bad enough.
Well, if John does manage to get this chest that I need forged soon enough, then we will have great control over when it manifests in the material plane. I can pull it in and out of the chest at will, and that means we could be very particular with our bait. The moment, that is, the moment that we bait him.
I getcha. He won't be able to scry the book if it's on another plane. We can also be very particular with when we show yourself and Thane outside of this magical bubble.
Indeed.
We could use it to slip information. We'd have to be a little careful, but as long as we make stuff look like it's not a bait, we could get him. We could potentially get him right where we want him. The other assumption I'm making is, of course, that the Codex Mathematica is really worth going after and baiting near certain death towards us in particular.
I could attempt to nucleate a new Eye of the Storm, and that may solve our issue with the loss of fate and such that Thane and I have undergone, and Morgan.
Is there any other reason you would need a Codex Mathematica or time magic?
Not personally.
Other than just getting it out of an evil dude's hand.
There's that.
I really feel like we could have taken him. If we had the slots, the spell slots.
If we had any juice left in the tank.
If we had any juice
we
left
could
at
have
all.
kicked his ass.
We might have done it.
It's possible, although I was bested quite easily.
Well, just because we were on the retreat. And you were just a little slow getting away from it. There's a one-off.
Maybe that becomes part of the bait, though. Maybe we get you something that keeps you from going totally down. And plus, with Bane's juice in the tank, we can throw heals on you. And then he totally underestimates our group.
You know, I have been developing something that may be useful in that regard. You know what? I'll cast it. I don't. Are we heading out today? Have we? This is a high level spell, but I'll use it right now. If we're not really going to be planning on doing much today.
I don't think so. I think today's going to be a travel day.
Then I will go ahead and use a 5th level spell slot. And I'll say it's not my favorite school of magic by any stretch of the imagination, but it should come in handy. And I snap my fingers, and almost like chromatic like aberration, like the reds and blues of Wayland's form begins to move across and like shift, and there are now 2 Waylands.
Oh, that's the thing I do.
That's so fucking rad.
In a sense, yes.
I just assumed you had Tomwell make you like a bunker you could throw on your floating disc, and you could just stand in the bunker.
And after a moment, the initial Wayland disappears. And it is just the double now.
Whoa.
And he spins around. Well, nice, right?
That's pretty convincing.
A bit of a misdirection.
I could probably get pretty creative with my misdirections too. Now that I think about it. I've never had cause to be creative before. As creative as I need to be, but I might think of something.
I can speak and see and hear through this illusion, while my true form hides away in invisibility.
But would it keep him from scrying you? Can he see through this spell?
If he attempts to scry me, he'll be looking at nothing. And as long as the illusion is nearby... Is Thane here? Am I talking to Thane?
Thane followed me down.
Oh, okay.
I've just been politely listening most of
Okay. As long as my illusion is in the same area, it will seem like this is my true form.
Very tricky. I love it.
I mean, I don't see how that really helps us as far as, like, baiting out information or anything, but...
Well, it's information, but
it'll keep you from dying, is
Exactly.
the main
if he jumps in and decides to go for me, then yes, it will be all smoke and mirrors, and then you all could perhaps jump in at that point.
Yeah, okay. I like this so far.
Good morning, baby.
You see baby in the corner of the room wherever you're speaking, perched somewhere.
Baby, I hope you're relaying all of this to Solus, because this is supposed to be a team meeting. We just started talking.
Yeah, where's Solus, baby? Oh, he's in the kitchen? I'd like to think that Tomwell's here, and he just sort of grabbed one of our legs as we were moving to the next room.
We're fading in and out.
But I caught most of it.
Alright. I would like Solus to weigh in, actually. Solus has a mind for duplicity. Probably.
Solus is in his quarters.
Alright, I'll go looking for Solus.
Slow clap?
Oh no.
Opening Solus' door, you see him flipping through a book. Black-haired, he is.
Oh.
Solus? Hey, buddy.
I really must tell you, Shauna, you needn't bolden Solus like that. And he slams the book. He turns around and stares at you, ebony-eyed. You see, when Solus grows older, he gets unpredictable.
You must be the other one. Pleased to make your acquaintance. You know, it's generally rude to hang out with folks for so long without introducing yourself.
Well, Shauna, you gave such the rousing speech yesterday, speaking about honesty and openness. Why, I was just simply inspired. And so I thought I'd make my introductions formally.
I'm flattered. I'm glad I could be such an influencer.
They throw the book. Solus hasn't been behaving. Yes, their use of magic simply put us in danger yesterday. And I only make my introduction now, knowing that the threat we face now is greater than I could ever pose to you. So, I figured it's safe to reveal my hand. Besides, I could help you with this issue. And baby comes flying through the door, whooshing past your shoulder, and perches on my arm. Yes, we heard everything.
Good. I was under the assumption you would. I'm glad of that. Keeps you on the same page. Well, I was hoping for one of you to weigh in, at least. What are your thoughts on this plan so far?
As much as it pains me to agree with you, Shauna, it is bold in the best of ways. It is acceptable. They pick up their book from the corner. Shall we... Let's continue this discussion with the others.
Yeah, let's. And she kind of does like a after you move.
Now, so you can be polite.
I was raised in the ways of etiquette, yes. Politeness aside, you can feel free to criticize your captain. This isn't a monarchy.
Yes. because monarchs fall every day, especially around this time.
We certainly do.
And they walk past you.
I would follow. Follow back to where everyone's talking.
Where's everyone?
I thought that me and Waylon were in the room.
Waylon? Like across the hall, basically.
Yeah. One of the Waylons is here now.
Alright, so you guys are now huddled into one of these small cabin rooms.
We should really get a meeting room.
Very close and intimate space here.
I will put on the list meeting room.
Got it.
We should probably just get a forecastle going up on the poop deck, and that could be a meeting room. But anyway, I digress.
Really quick. Upon seeing Waylon, I say, Waylon. Now,
I love.
recall that ritual I was conducting. I needed some questions from you.
Questions or answers?
No, questions. For he has the answers.
You know, it's quite nice seeing you in the daylight. Becoming.
Oh yes, well. Solus has grown irresponsible with his usage. So I have taken control of this vessel for the meanwhile.
God, this feels like two brothers arguing over the use of the car. Like, attend to me yesterday, so now I'm the only one who gets to drive.
This whole exchange is like, I took the charge out a fortnight ago.
Please, if I can be of any assistance, I'm sure you know that I'm just so willing to help.
Good. Then let us continue the meeting. The Sakage is a mortal company, but a capable one. And I agree with the plans set forth at hand, especially this, Vault of Faha.
I'll just nip that dream in the bud there and say you're not getting in unless you're planning to sacrifice your entire life. And probably then some.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't be. But you know, just in the cost benefit analysis of you, in the interest of giving you all the information, there it is.
Alas, you reminded me.
Yeah.
And they do this thing where like they crawl on the table and they lean extremely forward, like a foot from Waylon's face, and they go, Waylon, you needn't spend that money on that chest.
Oh.
I have another way of protecting such information. One that is rather free of coin and shiny things that clink. That you mortals fawn over.
And what makes you think that I would trust you with the Book of Vile Darkness?
Perhaps upon hearing my plan and cornered like a rat, you may consider it.
We're open to considering plans.
Go ahead. Blow my extremely large brain away.
I have been granted a new ability by he. And they look at you, they twist their head. My mind can no longer be read. So, if I read the book and burn it, No one would be able to access such information. None but my allies.
You see, that is quite a good plan if you have a perfect memory such as my own, but there's nothing that will keep that information in your mind, especially if you fall.
It's also not quite about the information. The book is an artifact.
Yeah.
Just burning it.
No, Waylon has a good response, but also
yeah.
there with her arms crossed, like, it's not gonna fucking work.
Yeah. I'm just trying to play his fucking game right now.
I thought you valued information, Waylon. They do a sexy shoulder like movement.
Ooh. Should we leave the room?
Knowledge is certainly something that I value greatly. However, as you said, you're in a mortal body with a mortal mind. Something like that is no vault, certainly.
Fair enough.
And it's not as if we're lacking in coin. Or that all that clinks or whatever you
They puff down and they slink in their chair. They look at you seductively and they say, well then let's continue the meeting.
It's like, right, well, yes, let's continue. So, the Vault of Bahar, art. We will have to get there soon. I'm thinking not. I'm not sure. See, this is where I'm open to suggestions because we can go straight. Going straight there would be the logical thing to do if we were trying to seal this book away somewhere. We need some cover reason that we can seed. We gotta seed Augustine, like, some information that says the book still isn't within the vault, but will be put there soon, and that he needs to hurry to retrieve it. The problem is going to be getting him from Candlekeep there in person. I mean, it seems more likely that you would send agents to do this sort of thing if you were in all of that, like, if you were in such a rush, right? But if we're lucky, he'll have some sort of teleport spell, or time spot fast travel spell, or something along those lines.
I can figure out if he has this spell.
Can you?
I require 250 gold coins that clink, and a wizard who knows 5th level magic. 5th tier for you, Waylon.
Do it. Take the party funds you need, and figure out whatever intel you can get on him is gold. Or more important than the kind of gold that clinks.
Will there be issue with stopping by Coden Cow?
It's risky, but if we need to do it, we can.
So, at this point, John, who's been skulking in the back of this meeting room, mentions, well, if you want the Sakage to know, I could tell them. I am a member.
We don't want just the Sakage to know. We want Augustine. We want Augustine to feel pressured into coming himself.
Well, I don't know if it's all the same. Like, there's been a big bounty on just information on this kind of stuff, not actually getting it.
Right. Okay.
I guess that's what this has been all about this whole time for him.
Maybe stopping in Code and Cal is a good idea then. If we need to get stuff together to prepare before putting the book away in Thievart, then that gives John a chance to leak the information and Solus a chance to get whatever. I'm sorry, you're not Solus, but I don't have a name for you.
Call me
Seek.
Right, Seek, thank you. Seek whatever he needs to get his spells in order. It is very risky to put ourselves exactly in the firing range of the Sakage, but maybe that's exactly the kind of stupid thing we need to do.
Also, they, please.
Ah, of course, they. My apologies.
Well, if we hustle, we might be able to get our business done in Code and Cal before word gets back to base what we did.
John, how much longer on that chest do you think?
Well, we have not. We need a place to work on it. A forge, at least. To melt the gold in all this.
We don't have. I thought we had a makeshift forge.
It's in like the dockyard area.
Yeah, it's in
that
the
we have an
hangar.
entire setup, but not on the actual ship itself.
As soon as we leave this place, we'll be open to scrying and other sorts of divination.
Yep. Which is why I was also going to suggest when we leave this place, we don't talk about the plan. Which means the crew is going to have to absolutely trust us, not knowing where they're going.
So only talk about the plan under the magic fog. Got it.
Yep. Actually, well, we could just tell the crew now, since the magic fog covers the entire ship.
And if they wise them up, nothing like wiping a few memories.
Should we... Is it not best to keep them in the dock for now?
Yeah, it might be. Then we don't have to go erasing memories.
Oh.
Preventative measures first.
Yes, loose lips sink airships, as they say.
Uh-huh. Okay, yeah. I mean, also the crew doesn't exactly know what we picked up down there and how dangerous the thing we're carrying is. Or how much danger we are in. This feels like a dirty lie, but maybe in the interest of their safety, yeah, we should keep them in the dark about it.
What's the most exquisite chest you've ever seen, Shanna?
The most exquisite chest I've ever seen.
If we could simply purchase one of extreme value, we won't need to make one.
When the king pays out extravagant gifts or rewards, or just wants to make a show of giving someone something, They bring out this big gilded chest. I'd say that's the most exquisite chest I've ever seen.
Well, purchasing it from a king probably isn't going to happen.
Someone in Code and Cal made that chest, and would have others for purchase, presumably.
That's true.
Unless it's one of those commission-only items.
Well, big purchases leave a trail. We can forge it ourselves. It just takes a little bit of downtime. We have all the materials.
How much downtime? Could you forge it here on the ship, or do we need a metalworking place? Wait, we
Well,
had a...
If
We set up a metalworking...
bring the forge onto the ship, then sure.
That'd be a bit of a fire hazard.
Okay, well... We can't stop in Code and Cal to do that. But we can stop in Code and Cal to make other preparations and leak the information. And we might still need the chest anyway. How long exactly if we had the forge? Sorry, I missed that part.
I don't think he said it.
A week at most.
A week.
We could do a week, I suppose.
I think a week would be perfect, actually. We stop off in Code and Cal. We get the thing made. I'm sure I can find us a forge that you can borrow. And then word gets out near the end of that week that we're going to New Feebart. That gives them the time to set up some sort of ambush for us, and we come in absolutely 100% prepared to lock down Augustine.
Alright.
It's gonna be rough and tumble. It's probably going to amount to an assault on the airship, or basically a tussle outside of the temple itself, or even in the city of Feebar itself. So while we're flying, we should think about what kinds of things we want to prepare while we have that week in Code and Cal.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Also, Panzer Dragoon. Oh, Waylon's gone. Well, that's fine. I'll wait. I'll wait. Continue talking amongst yourselves. Does anyone have, like, serious criticisms? Sorry to myself. Can anyone think of a flaw in this plan? Just let me know. We should cover all of our bases. Yeah. I mean, I could think of 1,000 ways that this gambit doesn't work, but...
Brilliant plan. Go forth.
Yeah.
Oh,
He speaks.
I'm assuming I'm the only one who heard that.
Actually, this time you all hear it.
God.
What just happened?
Oh no.
Hello?
The deep
is that
voice.
a recent development?
Who's there?
Well, that's great. apparently the book can talk to everyone in the room.
Oh,
You simply must let me tame that book.
With all due respect, Seek, I trust absolutely no one on this mortal plane to tame this book.
That see, it's a book of all the world, all of the known evil in the entire universe. I mean, you're probably just like a sentence in that book.
It's not even that. It's just that it's clear. It clearly it has a sentience of its own, and it's going to try and get us to do something. The fact that it thinks that this is a great plan worries me.
Or it could just be saying that because it is a great plan and it wants us to think that it thinks it's a great plan because it has its own.
It seems like
Reverse psychology.
no. I mean, I don't know. Look, I'm not going to analyze what this book says. I think the best course of action would be to ignore it. But in either case, or in any case, look, I talked a lot of stuff about taking responsibility for the crew and the success of the mission, and I just wanted to remind everyone that I intend to take that seriously. And if anything goes wrong, the crew's safety is my #1 priority. And that also, this is obviously a very dangerous mission, and I actually don't feel great not telling the crew that they are at least getting into some danger and giving them the opportunity to leave. Another thing, Seek made me think of this also. This isn't a monarchy. I agreed to be the shot caller and the face of the group, but if there's anything you think anytime you think I'm directing us into danger, I will take those concerns seriously. And that also, should any of you feel fit to usurp me as captain or nominate a different captain, I will respect the wishes of the crew.
Alright, let's mutiny.
Exactly.
Anyone?
Rousing speech, Shauna. Rousing.
Thanks.
I'm just clapping because I like clapping.
Such great heights you will ascend.
Alright, that's gonna get old real fast.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Look, you're a part of it.
Good response. Equal.
Okay. Let's get underway. I think we've spent enough time chit-chatting.
Alright, so with that, let's take a little break.
Little break.
What am I gonna do for a week in coding, Cal?
I'm gonna get my armor fixed up so that way it can be magically enhanced.
I love to see my beautiful players.
Oh yeah, I was gonna change my lighting.
Okay, well, let us try this milk tea pop ice cream.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
That sounds good. I can't imagine that going poorly, honestly.
That'd be good.
And it's actually kind of on the strong side of milk tea. But, yep. Oh, and there's boba in there, too.
Oh, you know, I tried one of those just last week. They're not bad. The boba's a little funky.
Yeah, it's a bit chewy, but... Like, I'm generally not a fan of popsicles, but this one's okay.
I have a question for everyone here.
Yeah.
Can y'all bite ice cream?
No.
No, hell no.
I thought that was like the norm. Like I see people do that, like around me. They fucking bite off a popsicle or like bite off like some cold ass shit, and I'm
What
like,
kind of mutant?
I know. That was the weird one, dude. I thought, man, my teeth are bitches.
Yeah, my teeth can't handle that.
That's so funny.
I didn't know I was weird.
My molars can take it, but the rest of my
Yeah.
teeth definitely can't.
Agreed.
But Phil,
Same.
you use Sensodyne.
Yeah, because I have bitch teeth.
You gotta protect that enamel, dude. Tyler, with your kneecaps enamel, you should probably be using Sensodyne.
I use 10-in-1 toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner.
Motor oil.
That's why, dude.
Yeah. Just make sure that your teeth are still, teeth.
What if they could be something better?
Just turns them to resin.
Yeah, when you gargle and spit, you don't spit down the sink. You just spit right into your car's oil hole.
Yes, the oil hole.
I found a picture of a nice meeting room in Erelasteel. Here you guys go. I'm probably never going to use this in the campaign, but boom. It's cool.
Alright, let's go to last.
What? Go see on
Cool
Facebook.
artwork. Oh shit, that is cool.
Wait, why does it look like fucking Zane is just there at the table?
Never
Kinda
before
looks
have
like
those words been uttered in Rivendell.
Yep.
The big old hat.
Can you help me
Gandalf
pull
is
the
such
ingredients
a
for that
dick,
thing?
dude.
Well, I did throw it away, yes. I needed some Milkus Peach. So we didn't get milk tea this week, but we went to the K Market and got a bunch of other things, so... so this is like Calpico, but if it were carbonated.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Milkus.
Sounds a little too intense in like both extremes for my palate. I don't need
Carbonated
any
dairy.
milk. Yeah.
Are you kidding? It says, new feeling of soda beverage. No caffeine, no
eat it.
preservatives, no corn syrup.
Is that like, wait, is that like Calpis water, or is that different?
I don't know what Calpis water is.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's
But
probably different. Calpico, Calpis, that's what I thought.
it tastes Korean, so...
Yeah, Milkus is Korean. I think Calpis is probably just the... Well, I don't know if Calpis is,
Calpis is Japanese, I know, brand and drink.
yeah.
Or maybe just a drink.
I don't think it's, carbonated, though.
You're right.
Alright. So, shall we continue?
We in it.
So, Captain, where are we going today?
Yep, alright. We're shipping out towards Code Cow. Make course. Thane, you know the drill. Go on.
Aye, Captain. I be getting the lots in order, I be. Man your post!
Roger.
I'm just like, I need to have a word with the navigator.
We don't say Roger, we say aye. Or arr. We're Skyritz, boy, come on.
Got the 10-4 on the Roger, or aye.
There we go.
I like to just imagine that the 3D printers, the mechanisms of the airship.
Yeah, there we go.
It's nice.
Alright. So, heading off to Codencal. Unless I heard you
Shipping
incorrectly.
out. Yep.
Hope we're not wanted for that arson.
I'm sure they never found out.
We're probably wanted for something, but they don't know it's us. That's fine.
Alright, you spend the rest of the day sailing, and boom. You arrive in Codencal in the evening.
Oh, damn. That was fast. Alright. Set down outside the city. No undue attention. We will be spending a week in the city, crew. So make your arrangements. So and such and such. I need ground crew staying with the ship to watch over it. Blah blah blah. We got Heidi features. Engage. There we go.
Sanctum's up.
Alright, 1 week. So I'll give everyone a date of when to meet back up. and I'm not going to really give orders any further than that. But actually, I will meet with the crew and just briefly tell them, like, we are real legit adventuring crew now, and Code and Cal is a good place to stop off if you are not on board with being a real ass adventuring crew and all the danger that entails. You have 1 week to basically decide to come back. If you don't come back, Mr. Popo will gladly pay you your earned wages. Mr. Popo, our quartermaster. Mr. Marlon Popo. And yeah, alright. And I think we are first heading to... Let's get to a forge for this chest.
Good call.
And then we'll figure out sort of what we want to do from there, I guess. John?
Well, you'll need to find the forge, because they're not fucking letting me get one.
Right, you were in debt, like, a lot. Okay.
Still a wanted man.
Still a wanted man. Alright.
Forgot about that.
I mean, I sort of assumed we would have... Okay. So here's... Why don't I just invite John and Thane and the party back to... since we have so many wanted folks, it's good to have a cover of nobility. So let's head back to the family estate. I know it makes you uncomfortable, Tom, but you have the veneer of elvishness to cover you.
It's alright.
Alright.
Will you be affected by your affliction this week, Tommy boy?
What?
What?
Hey.
The moon hangs high in Gibbous.
That's a good point.
You know what? Stay out of my business. I never told you that. I told Solus.
He knows everything Solus knows. They share a brain, after all. Sorry.
Well, for your internal timekeeping, yes, this is that week.
But now that you brought it up, yes.
I'm not wrong about these things.
Shush.
We can accommodate. We have a yard in which to accommodate.
And we've also got a boat.
And a boat. Either one. Yeah, okay. We need to figure out where Forge is. I guess we need to figure out how we're spending an entire week after tonight.
Or we have a bunch of money. Why don't you just buy an anvil and all the tools, and then we can set up a forge outside the boat.
I could have sworn we had a forge in our docking bay or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's the
Toiva.
Oh, we're in Code and Cal, you're right. Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Mother, the chance Mother has a forge on the estate.
She doesn't, but perchance we can, like, ask to borrow someone's.
Yeah.
Also, if your family just happens to have a very expensive chest that we could buy off of them.
Honestly, that's a distinct possibility. There might be a chest in the house worth 5,000 gold that we could just spot.
I wouldn't put it past Mom.
Yeah. I mean, we could spend a week here, but it would be better if we found a chest and only had to spend a couple days.
Especially since only the ship is protected from scrying right now and not us.
Alright, don't say that too much. Because we don't want to say that we know that. But yeah, we should at least see if we can buy a chest. Or forge one.
Like, honestly, we probably should set up a forge area inside the ship itself, since we're going places all the time and we always need stuff.
Well, sure, that can be part of the gun deck, but we, like, need a hangar to put that in the ship, don't we?
Yeah, we gotta park it proper to get some work done on it.
Yeah.
Are we still going to Uncle Fahar's after this? Yeah.
Thane, please, for the love of God.
No, I'm just wondering because if he poured all of that effort into a giant ziggurat to hold...
No,
Shut up, Thane.
shut up.
I see.
To murder.
I see
No, I'm
Solus
talking-
wasn't the only weak link in the past.
Okay, can I just switch? I'm meaning to talk meta, but I'm talking in
Oh,
character. Just because I didn't switch my voice in there. Excuse me, this is meta talk now. Wouldn't it make more sense just to go to Fahar's place, since he spent all that money on a ziggurat? Wouldn't he have spent, like, I don't know, 5k gold on a fucking chest to keep things in?
So, we have a couple things to accomplish in Code and Cow. One is to make us look stupid. Two is to give the Sakage time to catch up to us and set up something ahead of us in P-Bart.
Okay.
Three is Solus needed, or Seek needed some stuff to, like, get some intel spell going.
And also, if we get jumped on our way to Feepart, I'd rather not have the Book of Vile Darkness out in the open on the material plane.
The longer that thing is out on the material plane, the more it has a chance to fuck with us.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, there's a few reasons why Code and Cow was a good place to go first.
Okay then. Sorry about the confusion.
Yeah, no, it's all
Clear
good.
that up on the ship.
It's just when you said Uncle Fahar, I'm like, no, this is
Yeah, okay.
The chest then?
Chest.
Right.
Randarrow Estate. I'm at least gonna ask around for, like, a merchant that sells chests. Let's start there.
Yeah, good call.
I beat us to the wrong area.
Alright. So, I assume we're starting on the next day for asking around and stuff?
Yeah, if we got there at night.
Yeah, so are you guys staying at your parents' house?
Yeah, I invite everyone to stay.
Well, it's just his mom and dad.
I could just crash my own family estate, it's fine.
We've got our rooms there. Hey John, come see my childhood room.
Such decadence.
Yeah. He's not as awe-stricken as the first time, but it is still an awesome estate to someone who has only known squalor. He's like, how much clothes does your mom have?
Wouldn't see the closet. Many.
No.
Oh, would you like to see the closets? I have many.
Their entire room manner dedicated to fashion.
Hey, can we make a fire in the backyard?
Sure.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, so you have a nice, pleasant, sort of it's after dinner, so a nice supper, midnight snack with your parents. Do you clue them in on what you guys have been up to?
I might, like, not to overly drum it up, but, I would probably just start, like, talking up, like, yeah, you know, we had a run-in with Augustine. We made it out okay. Everything's fine. Everything's great, in fact. We're just taking care of some loose ends. And, like, kind of leave it at that. Not too many details, but, like, projecting a bit of confidence.
Oh, darling, that's wonderful. I'm so proud
Yeah.
that you made it out alive.
A complete naive, like, I can't believe you died. Oh, that's wonderful. Like, well, you'll have to tell me all about it later. I have beauty rest to catch up on. Ta-ta! Exit the campaign once more.
Wait, Mom! Do you have any really expensive chests around? I need something to keep my shit in.
Oh, there might be something left in the haunted basement.
Ooh, the haunted basements. I've always wanted to go down there.
Haunted.
It's not really haunted. We exercised it a long time ago, but you might find something down there. I packed everything away when we moved out 20 or so years ago.
Yes, into our second house. But then over 20 years, we just sort of filled this one up again.
It fills up very easy. Well, Morn still squats here, so he brings things home from time to time. Ask your uncle if you can't find the chest in the basement.
Alright, do ask more.
No, I go looking in the basement. What do we find a chest? We can skip this shit. Did we find a chest in the house?
Chest down below.
Alright, hold on one moment.
Not a launch behind the basement.
I'm not actually.
Seek makes sexy eyes to Waylon all through dinner.
Okay.
Just rubbing his temples.
So,
I was talking with the parents. I shuffle by, arms full of tea cakes and sausages and any other snacks I found in the kitchen. And I go, Art, excuse me. It's just on the way outside.
alright.
Won't bother no one.
You guys stop by the basement, and in your soul, this song begins playing.
Wonderful.
And you don't find any 5,000 gold chests. You find chests filled with sort of the almost fashionable clothing of its day, like when you get kind of a cool shirt and you're like, oh, I'm totally gonna wear this, but then you never actually do. And then when you see it again, it's just over. It's like you have moved on.
I mean, fashion is a circle, so.
And so there are just like decades worth of that.
Based on this song, I think Maka took over the basement a little.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just lived here for a while. Enough to anyone.
Tiana, I didn't find any 5,000 gold chests. All I found was a chest filled with 5,000 gold, and that's useless.
That is pretty useless. Alright, we'll find a rent-a-forge tomorrow and get to work.
Okay.
Enjoy the week.
Enjoying the week. All right, day one. So, what is like each person doing for their week? Say.
I think I'm going to work on plans for the item I'm making for Thane.
And which item is that?
The grappling hook.
Oh, that.
Don't tell Thane. Sorry, the magic grappling hook.
Magic. Very important distinction.
Okay. Alright, so give me... What checks did we have for this? Arcana? Or, no, the crafting one.
Well, I'm not crafting it yet.
Yeah, so...
just trying to come up with schematics. I mean, I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah, give me an engineering check.
That's not a thing, but there is a Tinker's Tools check.
That's the one.
Okay, let's just go with that. Sorry, math is hard. Okay.
Alright, you complete the blueprints in 1 week. And yep, they are super good blueprints.
I got it all figured out.
Yeah. It's not just up here anymore, it's down here on the paper. And you think you are right and ready to construct that. So, it will be 500 gold to get the materials to create your own, to buy all the things you need for your own smithy, and for bringing it to the ship if you so wanted.
We can't just rent a forge? Or like, what? We can install that within a week? We can just do that? Because I was under the impression that we'd have to go to like the hangar.
What I have
But
in
if
mind...
we can just install it, then we'll do it. Like, that's fine. But
well,
as long as we can install it with time for John to like actually make the thing in a week.
So, you can't install it into the ship, but you can have it outside the ship. With Wayland's help, you can make the molds and everything that you need to, and keep it within the concealment spell. And then when you leave, you'll just pack it into the ship hangar. No, not hangar. The below deck.
Okay, so it'll just fit in the cargo deck. Okay, and then we can install it later?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll be coordinating that and making sure John has everything set up to do that for the week. I don't actually have another downtime activity in mind, except I guess I can continue practicing my sick language skills while setting this up with John.
Alright.
Oh, and I need to get a shitload of holy water and like some other stuff to set up a bath in my captain's quarters.
Time to hard boil that sucker.
I need to soft boil my coatl egg. How much money is that? Or you can figure it out later and I'll just like mark it down.
Holy water 5e cost.
Can I get like a bulk discount? I'm gonna go to like the Temple of Callistria and be like, yeah, do you have 3 cubic feet of holy water I could get for a sick discount?
I think paladins used to have the ability to make holy water, and they don't have
I think
that.
so too, but I don't think that's a thing in this edition.
Yeah,
Like, a spell literally called Create Holy Water.
yeah.
It's not a spell. It's a ritual that any cleric can do.
God damn it.
In 5e.
I'm pretty sure.
No, a
Yeah, I
cleric
just
or
looked this up last
paladin
night.
may create holy water by performing a ritual. It takes an
Oh,
hour,
okay.
and you need 25 gold worth of powdered silver. And it requires you to expend a first level spell slot to make this much holy water. We're gonna say it takes like 10 of those, so 250 gold.
Okay, I
Yeah.
will expend 250 gold of my own personal purse in order to get that going. And, you know, do whatever else I need to transport it to the ship. Maybe DIY a little I don't know. No, I'll just buy a tub. I'll just buy a 3 cubic foot tub made of like porcelain or some shit. That's got to be expensive. But you know what? I'm a fancy lass, and I want to reuse this bathtub. I don't want to just buy a bathtub I only use for 7 months. That's stupid. I'm gonna get a nice porcelain one that probably costs as much as the whole water.
Look, I want it to be bougie, alright?
It should be nice.
So you got the like Animal Crossing Zodiac Taurus bathtub. Yeah, that's another 250 gold.
Okay, that's fine. I have the money. I'll use it. Fuck it.
Dropping soon cash.
Drop that cash. I'll drop that cash. Okay.
Okay. So we'll say that buying and setting up the forge next to the ship takes a day. So, Thane, are you going to spend... I assume you're spending your week fixing up your armor still?
I wanted to, but I think I would need John's help for that, and if he's busy making the box, I'm pretty sure that box is going to take like the rest of the week.
That is a good point.
I only want John to touch this armor. It's his baby as much as mine.
Alright, so might have to shelf that one for this week then.
But what I can do is try and get the Sakago's attention by doing what I do best, pit fighting. And I'm going to run that idea by the crew.
That's not a bad idea. Do not, for the love of God, get caught. But also, yeah, you should do that. Just, actually, that's the way we leak this information, is
Alright.
you just go and do that for a few days.
Anyone want to watch my back?
John's like, I'd love to. But
Busy at the forge, John.
Well, if John's all squared away, I will watch your back.
Okay. Because I definitely feel like we need a second. And maybe we should get a spell to disguise you or something. Because
disguise me?
You did sort of have a fight with that one guy, and then you burnt down his pit fighting arena.
Fair enough. I will use Alter Self to transform into a copper dragonborn.
A flawless disguise.
Is it a little too ostentatious? I could change it.
I think you stick out.
But I can't not stick out. Alright.
You know what?
I'll change into a human.
No, God, no.
How bad can it be? I'll be human. I'll be human, Shanna.
That's so plain.
Wait, I still look like me, though. I just look like me in
I mean, without the wings and without the extra scales, maybe?
I'm bad at this.
I've got it. Turn yourself into a halfling.
I mean, I can make myself at least a foot shorter. I'll do that.
Oh, he'd be a really tall halfling.
Yeah. Well, I'll just be a short human then.
Or you could be a tall dwarf.
No. I'll just look like a nice gal from the country. I'll just look like a nice country gal. I just sit in front of the mirror and tweak one thing after another until I look like a human that isn't Shanna.
Yeah.
alright, and Solus.
You mean seek?
Oh, this is not here.
Waylon, what are you doing this week? I could use an escort through the city.
For what purpose seek?
Why, I could use your brilliant mind in helping track down this certain ritual. That is unless, of course, you are preoccupied with your chest gazing.
If John's working on the chest, am I able to study words of power, Oliver?
Yeah.
I would like to study Chet, but if I could help Solus find this ritual early on in the week, then maybe I could do both. So let me know. I'm not sure. I do have the glowing light of divinity, or whatever it's called. Hold on. The flowing light of divinity, and that is supposed to help me determine words of power easier, I think, or more words of power.
Yes. So you can study that while helping John incidentally on the side, and that'll be your downtime. Depending on what Seek needs, what?
I am hunting down a 5th level ritual. I can, let me DM you, or let me message you on Facebook what it is.
I want to know too.
I'm sure you'd probably be familiar with it, Waylon.
Oh. I see.
And I seek.
Who are you talking to, Seek?
Oh, him.
Oh my god.
Okay. If you've got money, this can be a very quick thing.
I am lucky that my allies are so greedy. Coin will make short work of this. So do I think, I don't necessarily... Like, I could probably do this without Waylon?
Yeah, you don't think you necessarily need Waylon.
Of course I'll help you, Seek. What can...
Oh. But you seem
What can I
so
do?
preoccupied. No. I wanted to hunt down a certain ritual. Contacting the other side.
I believe I know what you speak of, and we are in a... Oh, my brain is worms right now. I can't even think of the vocabulary that he would use, but...
We are in a metropolis of magic, yes.
Indeed.
If you are busy, I will simply pay you a visit later tonight.
I look forward to it then.
Alright. How do we do this, Oliver?
Alright. Game is loading.
For sure.
Drawing inspiration.
Ah, the old city vistas. Code and Cal brings such pleasant memories.
Alright, so is this going to be your thing for the week?
Absolutely.
Alright, so I'll set the scene. Alright, let me bring us to Code and Cal. So, the first night, fairly uneventful. You're looking around for this particular spell or someone who can eventually get you there. Nothing. Just a stroll through the city, encountering the derision as you normally experience as such a strange tiefling as yourself. People, many of them at best shun you, some more violently. And then you feel something, perhaps kinship, close.
What is it, bird?
And you look, and it's not baby.
One touched by the other. I fish out some rations, and I'll kneel down. Come now. You look hungry. I'll feed it some cracker and some dried meat if it prefers that. I'll see which one it prefers.
It turns its nose up at you, and you hear a voice speak through it. Avantasia has higher tastes than that.
Forgive me. I did not know I was speaking with one, at least with equal intellect. Here. I have one of Wayland's meat pies here, if you fancy that more decadent. Or is it not treats you seek? I am somewhat of a seeker myself, you see.
If you're serious, you'll give it a bit of your own flesh.
I grab my dagger.
No hesitation.
I look around my arm. Where has Solus been neglecting? Skin or muscle?
Muscle,
I
of
asked.
course.
Okay. Oliver. I want to try, and I'll do it twice if it needs to, but I'm going to try and sever my own arm while casting Troll Arm, Solus's Troll Arm.
Oh my god, it's happening!
It's happening!
I'll raise the dagger, and I quickly stab it first into my joint, and then with the final slashing, enough to rip sinew and joint from my arm.
Holy shit.
Well, you have my full attention now. And the cat opens up wide and just
I'm gonna take the only healing potion I have to stop the bleeding. And once that's done, your price is high. Was it Anas? What's his name?
So, you know, they reveal that the cat's name is Avantasia.
Avantasia.
Says, well, come then. And the cat begins to walk off.
I follow.
And through these twisting streets you go, and you follow a delirious path into a excuse me, a somewhat moderate-sized but stately-looking abode.
Decadent.
Oh. Oh, yes.
Greetings.
Greetings, Seeker.
Forgive me, I'm not in the mood to shake hands.
That's quite alright. That pleasantry can be forgiven.
I have a feeling you might know why I come here, why I seek. But, I will tell you, nonetheless, I need a spell fit to contact the other side. I see your cat maybe has already done so.
He smiles and, like, his black scleras glisten in the candlelight. There are dozens of candles in this chamber, suddenly all becoming alighted. Yes, I can help you with that. For a paltry sum.
Yes, of course, the base fee. I hope you won't be requiring other parts of me.
Oh no. No, you have proven well that we are of a kind. Seeker. Or is it just Seek?
For you, I do not mind. Whatever you wish to call me. Now, please. I grow a bit impatient, for I am excited.
Patient Seeker, we have done this for a very long time. Well, I should ask you, what have you found so far?
In regards to what?
of him.
Ah. Well, the unfate is in full bloom. Prophecy is yet to fulfill its 5 tenets. I have marked eyes for him to see and spy. And as it comes to his affairs, well, a causality is still top priority.
Good.
Do you have a question for him? I don't mind using one of my 5. If you wish to know an answer. What I ask of him is more... it deals with mortal affairs. I need my allies protected if this is to work out.
Understandable. Forgive me, I am overcome with joy. It has been long since another seeker has entered. Our numbers swell, but not fast enough for my liking. I should ask you to ask of him. Ask him to send a sign. That all the world will see and believe. And they go to one of the bookshelves. Here. Takes out a musty old tome. Here. Ask him this, and I give this to you freely.
I give a solemn bow. Thank you for the knowledge. I will ask him what you ask. And what time is it right now? Is it afternoon or more into the evening?
It is deep into the evening.
Oh, wonderful. I wouldn't want a better time to copy this spell. You will know that I asked him, yes? If the sign does show.
The world will know.
And they smile a big grin. Well. If that is all, I will bid you farewell.
Until we meet again, Seek.
And how may I know you as?
If you are the Seeker, then I am the Slayer.
You don't know how happy that makes me. Then, Slayer, adieu. And when I get back to either Surrender Estate or wherever we're staying, I will take this night and the 5 hours necessary to copy it into my own.
So, yeah, it is a book of strange stories, eldritch writings, scribbles in the margins. It is a code that you have to figure out over the course of this week, and then once you have understood its eldritch design, then you copy it into your book.
Gotcha. Okay.
Only those touched by him may understand this.
Makes sense. In an insane kind of way.
All right.
Yeah, that's my week.
Okay, Phil.
Yo.
So, I do believe I owe you some research from before. So here it is. So, it is now, the design of this is coalescing in your mind, how it all fits into the bigger picture. So the word Chet, in terms of the words of power, it is involving, like, learning math, languages, the cerebral, and contemplating upon this word of power, you get an idea of a more practical usage. So add the spell Skywrite to your book.
Interesting. Alright.
With the note, you get 50 words on this instead of the
50 uses?
no. Skywrite only gives you like 10 words.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Sick.
And studying your current book. Check my notes. Flowing Light of Divinity. Give me your research check.
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay. You get one more word.
Nice.
Actually, how many researches do you get from that?
Usually 3 per downtime.
Okay. Okay, so number 1. The word is Tifereth.
Much longer.
And it is the idea of, like, beauty, life, sacrifice, and generally, like, the sun. And
Sun.
Research number 2. You are able to turn this into a more usable form. Add the spell Sunbeam to your book.
Huggies. No way, I can't even cast this yet.
Ooh.
Can I cast spells with using words of power that are above my normal spell maximum? Spell level maximum?
If you have the spell slot for it, or if it's a ritual. I think if it's a ritual, there might be a caveat saying no. But we can homebrew it.
No, you need... For this, you need a spell slot for that.
Okay.
So you can comprehend it, but not cast it yet.
Wow. Nice.
So for research number 3, you are sure now that this has to do with Morgan's drawing. So, I can't... I can't do an arrow on the pop-ups, but... So if you were to map out the words, there are, I mean, potentially infinite words, but you think that there are 10 important ones. So the 10th one would go at the very bottom. That would be Shen. And then go up one and then left one. At the bottom left would be Chet. And then diagonally upright would be Tifereth. And conceptually speaking, you have an idea of divine and the physical. So as you climb the ladder, the concepts are more like cerebral and unknowable. On the bottom of the ladder, you might represent the 10th one, Shen, as like, you might represent it as the earth.
Okay. So it's becoming more cosmic the higher I go.
Yeah.
Earth, sky, sun. Earth, sky, sun. Shen, Chet, Tifereth. Oh no.
But you're onto something. Saying all of them in order may have a big effect. So
Why does Morgan know of this? How does this connect? How does it all connect?
If you're studying this around Shanna, she's like, oh, I've seen that. Galahad showed that to me. Without any context. That dude is a fucking mystery to me still.
I think on days that we are doing downtime, Waylon is down in his room studying, so if you check on him, you probably would see this, but then Illusion Waylon is like walking up on the deck, like Shadow Clone style.
I think as your captain, I make sure you're drinking enough water. So I do actually pop in there personally. Glasses of water and take away old glasses of water.
That's nice of you. I probably
disturb you and do it themselves, so I'll just do it.
Yeah, I think that would be. Then we'd probably pull a Christian Bale if the rest of the crew came in. We're done professionally.
Just checking your glass of water. Oh, how was that?
Okay, I'm like drawing these symbols in the air. So, you've seen this before?
Yes, I was praying in the Temple of Bahamut, as normal people do, and I was trying to talk to Galahad, and I received this magnificent grid of circles in response. I think that along with the impression that we needed to find words of power to get the answers that I seek.
What exactly were you asking at the time?
I was trying to figure out how I can make Thane okay again.
The Eye of the Storm, the Book of Fate, the Words of Power, it's all connected somehow.
It's too coincidental not to be connected. Like, we keep seeing these things, or we keep finding these things. And then we ended up undoing fate, and like something weird is after us. What happens when we solve this mystery? What do we learn? Do we need more than the Eye of the Storm to put everyone back inside memory?
I don't think so. The Eye of the Storm should be capable enough. But the reason, the laws, the system in place, there are mysteries that unlocking these nodes will reveal.
Alright, well, you know, I'm not your mom. I'm not going to tell you not to unwind fate again, but maybe this cat doesn't about that.
Of course, that's the secret, the final piece of information. You're right that it may not be something we want to uncover, but as of now, I will not rush full-heartedly into this mystery, but something's unlocking here, well, I'll keep you in the loop, as it were.
I'm very curious, at the very least.
Yes.
If the mystery to unlock, I guess what I was getting at is, if the mystery to unlock wasn't the fact that we could burn fate, and then burn fate, I can't fathom something deeper than that, but, yeah, I'm curious what you find.
As far as I'm aware, we've already done the damage to fate. But perhaps the reason that we're still untethered, there might be something else. I don't know. I have work to do, research, but like I said, I'll let you know every step of the way.
Sure. Yeah.
And thank you for the water. It's helpful to be reminded to take care of my body as well as my mind.
Can't think if your brain's all dried up.
Indeed.
Okay. I'll see you later.
I'll be up for dinner.
Oh. Cool. Yep. She just closes the door. Your study chamber.
You see Roland walk by as you close the door.
Yeah. Outside, pounding away, John says, "Oh, Waylon, can you make a... Oh, God damn it, not..."
Yes, John. I'll get my true form up here if you need assistance.
Yeah, I'm about to cast some gold, and I need you to make a mold.
Very well.
Just...
Instead of figuring out which Waylon is which, I've gotten in the habit of just saying hi to Waylon whenever I pass by, regardless of which one it is.
I feel like you would just do that, yeah. Oh, hey, Waylon. Oh, hey, Waylon.
Yeah, I can use a bonus action to switch between them, so I can technically spell action regular Waylon, bonus action to switch, move action the illusion.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so tricky. I love it. What's this?
It's called Mislead.
Wow. Mislead.
Yeah. 5th level Bard and Wizard spell.
Oh my god, it's a bard spell. I can try it on my bard. Oh, it's very good.
Yeah, and even if I attack or cast a spell using Waylon, that just breaks the invisibility, but it doesn't get rid of the illusion.
Heck.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Yeah, this is very good for my bard lock in my other campaign. Anyway.
Though do make sure you're reading this closely. You can switch from using its senses back to your own.
Oh, that's true. I need to use an action to move it. But, every 6 seconds, switch back and forth, it's fine. But yeah, in combat, it's a little more, We're out of combat, it's fine. It's flavor, for the most part.
Yeah. Alright, so... with occasional help from Waylon, at the end of a week, you have a chest worth 5,000 gold. Because it is made out of 5,000 gold.
Very nice. I will, for my personal stash, I will give John... I mean, how much does he get paid?
I'm just like, Mr. Popo, expense this. 5,000 gold chest. Give John whatever he needs.
I mean, yeah, I would like to pay him for his work, assuming... I think does he get paid as our blacksmith? Yeah, whatever. Mr. Popo.
Mr. Popo takes care of his wages.
Oh, very nice. Good job, Mr. Popo. Thank you, John.
You can tip him, but you don't need to. He's paid fairly.
I'll take a tip.
I owe you a fine dinner. I'll make you whatever you'd like, your favorite dishes.
Alright. Now... I'm missing something.
Was it Tommy going wolf?
Yes, that was it.
One final question before we shift over. Where did that drawing from Morgan, like, what, I'm forgetting when she gave that to us, or like when it was relevant.
I thought it was in her diary, way back in the beginning of the game.
Okay.
When she was starting to get all funky, living over the mines.
All is one. Wayland's very soon gonna have like a fucking board with all these like threads connected. Happy Sylvia.
So, in 1, 2, 3. So, on the 14th of Asmodee, what you doing, Tomwell?
Scribbling away in my notebook. Oh yeah. Hey, hold on a second. And from under my sleeve, I pick out this little mite, this little small piece of metal, and I send off. Starts to fly away, and it navigates the ship until it finds Wayland's quarters, and buzzes around his head. Sounds like a little fly, and then it lands right on the edge of his ear.
What is this?
Nothing. And you hear Tommel's voice whispering, Hey, Wayland?
Why don't you just come down to my quarters?
No, Rook, what day is it?
It's whatever of Asmodee.
The 14th.
14th of Asmodee.
Oh, plop, I gotta go, bye. I pack up my things real quick and I go, Thane, I need your help.
Don't we all have sending stones?
I wanted to cast message.
Oh, I see. That's pretty good. I'm into that.
It's Saturday night. Thane's out fighting.
In the big tournament.
Solus. See, which one are you right now?
Hello, Tommy.
Alright, I don't want no sass over this, but I need you to use your baby magic to help me out with my predicament tonight.
Oh, we tried that. That didn't work, remember?
Oh, that's right. Guess I'm going it alone.
Let's see. If I could incapacitate you in some way.
Nope, will not be necessary.
Oh, it will hurt.
I'm gonna scramble away as Seek is muttering to himself to go find Shanna.
Shanna's watching Thane.
Yep.
Shanna said she would spot Thane.
Uh-oh.
Rod's in trouble.
I already said that at the beginning of the week.
Damn, is there a... Oh, there's a good place to do this in Coden Cal. Ugh.
I'd have to run out into the woods.
Time to get feral, boy.
Crap. Yeah, I guess I'll have to go out into the woods. Fuck. No better way to do this.
Seek making Mikulach noises.
Holy shit. Cos, or some say cousin.
Magnificent.
Waylon, will you come with just in case I run off?
Does the god allow it, or is my time used up?
I mean, you can follow him at your
well,
peril.
I'm just saying, since I already went through my week, did I have any extra time to help Tomwell out?
Yes, you have time enough to lead him into the woods.
Wait, isn't there a brig on the ship that we could throw him in?
There's a cargo hold,
I mean,
but that's not really a brig.
and I don't know if everyone in the crew would be like super cool with it.
Yeah.
I think I'm capable of handling Werewolf Tomwell. If I'm allowed the time, I'll go.
You're at least able to get away.
Yeah, you could like just leave and know that you're gonna have to go find me in the woods tomorrow.
Yeah. I have a spell prep for this.
Got a spell for this. It's in his book.
Alright. And you guys, you're walking out from the ship and you feel the call of Saloon. Give me that roll.
Prepare to action to cast a spell. Prepare to action to cast a spell.
On first, right?
It is a con, yes.
Yes, okay.
And you're at stage 3.
Let me scroll through this fat character sheet.
With the dust towards Tomwell. And I cast a wall of force around him.
Oh, that's a good one.
Let's go with a hemispherical dome around the boy.
It can't be broken, right? We're good?
It cannot be broken. It could literally stop a fucking train.
Alright, you've got him in for 10 minutes.
I'm snarling and jumping at the wall of force. It's like a really muffled barking.
You know, I should take some notes, probably. I haven't seen a werewolf up close like this. Tomwell, how are you doing? Can you hear me?
Growling.
I'm able to understand, or at least on to standard common.
I don't remember that.
Did you leave yourself a present?
I'm gonna inspect it.
Yeah.
Is my poncho damaged?
Poncho turned out okay. Give me not inspection. What is it? An investigation. Check, please.
Ooh, very investigative.
Yeah. You find the fox corpse nearby. It has been ripped to shreds. You can only tell it's a fox by the tail that you left behind.